Kuzazampala everyone, my name is Sanam Tenzin Wangchuk. I am a student in grade 11 and today I'm very excited to share with all of you the concept of youth ethics banking. Our Majesty the King always places huge emphasis on the importance of education for the future generations, making them well equipped with the right skills, knowledge and aptitude to face the problems of the 21st century. Towards fulfilling His Majesty's hopes and aspirations, the Royal Monetary Authority, in close partnership with the financial service providers and other relevant stakeholders, is spearheading an initiative to create greater outreach and inclusivity of the financial services in our country. As I'm sure you all know, here in Bhutan, there are more than 200,000 children in the schools, and about 60% of our population constitutes the youth below the age of 25. For the financial literacy of these people, education and awareness is spread through the curriculum taught by the various subjects. To fill in the gaps and to make financial literacy more comprehensive and inclusive, however, the Royal Monetary Authority, in close collaboration with the financial service providers, the Ministry of Education, the Royal Education Council, and other key members have jointly come up with various programs. Out of these far-reaching programs, one of the main ones is to celebrate the Global Money Week every year in the month of March. During such a Global Money Week game challenge in 2017, Tsiring Yangchen, a grade 6 girl in Jimilosal Primary School, came up with the idea of YEBanking. Tsiring's idea, which was a game design idea based on ethics banking, was recognized by Dasho Penjo, the Honorable Governor of the Royal Monetary Authority. Now we have Tsiring Yangchen, who is currently in grade 9 and studying at Lungtin Zampa Middle Secondary School, to share with us about how she conceived the idea.
I am Tsiring Yangchen, studying in Lungtin Zampa Middle Secondary School in class 9. When I was at Jimilosa Primary School, there was a system where we were awarded stars based on our everyday conduct. Later, the award of stars were changed into dummy notes, that is, for every good conduct, we received 0.1 dummy notes, which we were allowed to take to home to show to our parents and share how we received this note and return the note next morning to the teacher who awarded the note. We worked hard to earn as many dummy notes as we could. I always made sure that I received the maximum. It was a great experience that made me check my conduct on a daily basis. I remain grateful to the teachers and school for helping me build my personality through this program. Now, what happens to our hard-earned dummy notes? Well, at the end of the year, the winner used to receive attractive prizes. I felt that the prizes were soon forgotten, though the character helped us build our personality. I then suggested in one of the sharing time activity if the dummy notes could be converted into real ones so that we can deposit the cash prize into our piggy bank account and keep on saving. I felt that saving money in my account makes me strong and safe. Dear friends, I still save money though I have only mother who supports me. I have understood the importance of saving money in our life. I would like to thank Royal Monetary Authority for helping me and many others learn the importance of saving money. Happy learning, happy saving.
So as she mentioned, Tsiring Yangchen's idea was to award students with dummy banknotes instead of stars for the performance in academics, sports, and other extracurricular activities. She thought that the students who had the most dummy banknotes at the end of the year could be rewarded with attractive prizes. Soon after recognizing Tsiring's idea, the RMA set forth towards formalizing it into a proper school banking program, which is now called Youth Ethics Banking. Now, I would like to take you all through a brief outline overview of the Youth Ethics Banking program. The whole e-ToT will be divided into the following sessions. They are 1. The introduction of YEBanking. Number 2. Activities of YEBanking. Number 3. The allocation of FinStar for the YEBanking activities. Number 4. Recording and reporting. Number 5. Add-on features of YEBanking. And finally, we'll conclude with the responsibilities and guidelines. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you all in the next session. Hello everyone. Today, I would like to deliver the introduction for the Youth Ethics Banking program here in Bhutan. So, what is YEBanking? YEBanking is an incentive-based school banking program that provides attractive and inclusive opportunities for children. It connects values, ethics, and learning to banking. YEBanking schools hold banking days where they visit partner banks and then perform real-time financial transactions. When a student performs or participates in the school's academic, co-curricular, ethical, banking, or other general activities, they are rewarded with FinStar badges that have different values of achievements. Such FinStar badges, after being earned and accumulated, are then rewarded with real money which is deposited into the children's respective bank accounts. Through this initiative, the RMA hopes to promote and improve the next generation's financial literacy by enhancing their financial skills, knowledge, behavior, and attitude. The RMA promises to promote YEBanking as a method to drive financial inclusion here in Bhutan. Through this initiative, the Royal Monetary Authority also aims to achieve some of their overarching objectives, such as 1. To engage and educate the youth about the importance of lifelong financial skills in the most inclusive, accessible, and appropriate delivery format, and 2. To enhance the youth's academic, co-curricular, and ethical values as well as their financial capabilities. This initiative will certainly help young children, and it'll also help connect values and ethics to banking. In a nutshell, the overall YEBanking activity process includes 5 main interconnected activities. They are 1. Create activities which are in line with the YEBanking activity sheet. This will be explained in detail later on. Number 2 is to encourage active student participation in the YEBanking activities. Number 3 is to recognize students by awarding them with FinStar badges of achievements. And number 4 is recording and reporting, which is basically that the class teachers will have to report to the focal people as per RR Forms C1 and C2 on the 5th of every succeeding month. Then these focal people have to report to the authority as per RR Form B on the 10th of every succeeding month. And finally, for the 5th activity in this YEBanking activity process, we have the annual incentive camp. The annual incentive camp, which is where we celebrate the annual YEBanking Incentive Day, is a day in which people, for all of their FinStars, are rewarded with redeemable cash incentives. The Royal Monetary Authority is spearheading this noble initiative in close partnership and collaboration with the financial institutions, schools, and other relevant stakeholders with the ultimate goal of promoting youth's greater financial inclusion. Now, before I wrap up my session, I'd like to leave you all with a few questions. Namely, number 1, why is financial inclusivity so important and what are its effects on our socioeconomic development? Number 2, why is financial literacy important for children at a young age? And number 3, what are some of the outcomes? Can you list some of the outcomes and objectives of the YEBanking program? Thank you, and I'll see you all in the next session.
Kuzuzampola, my name is Shikilamo and I will be talking about YEBanking Activity and its FinStars. Well, in the earlier session, we talked about what YEBanking is and how RMA, along with various stakeholders, came up with this idea of YEBanking. We will now look into the activity process of YEBanking, accumulation of FinStars, and its monetary value. Now, to begin with, YEBanking comprises of 5 core activity process which can be adopted by YEBanking schools and other recipients. Before I go into the details about activities, let me explain about FinStars, which are awarded to students when they participate or complete certain activities, and each FinStar has a different monetary value. As I mentioned before, when children perform well or participate in these activities, they will be awarded with FinStar badges that have different values of achievements. Now, there are different types of FinStars. The first category of FinStars are ranging from FinStar 1 till FinStar 5. These FinStars are FinStar 1, which is equivalent to 10 Niltrum, FinStar 2, which is equivalent to 20 Niltrum, FinStar 3, which is equivalent to 30 Niltrum, FinStar 4, which is equivalent to 40 Niltrum, and lastly, FinStar 5, which is equivalent to 50 Niltrum. Now, these FinStars will be awarded on a continuous basis throughout the year, either by class teachers, subject teachers, and club teachers. Now remember, one FinStar is equivalent to 10 Niltrum. Now, for example, if Dorji earns 100 FinStars, he will be rewarded with Niltram 1000, and this Niltram 1000 will be deposited in his YEBanking passbook. We have second category of FinStars, which are awarded as a special recognition. These FinStars are FinStar 20, which is equivalent to 200 Niltram, and it is reserved for special recognition from the head of the school or institutions. FinStar 30, which is equivalent to 300 Niltram, and it is reserved for special guest of honor during events. FinStar 50, which is equivalent to 500 Niltram, and it is reserved for RMA and financial institutions. Lastly, we have FinStar 100, which is equivalent to 1000 Niltram, and this special FinStar is reserved for special outstanding recognitions. Now let us go through the YEBanking core activity process. As mentioned in the earlier session, this activity process comprises of 5 processes, which are: Number 1. Creating activities in line with school or institution's calendar year. Number 2. Encourage participation from students. Number 3. Giving recognition by gifting students with FinStars. Number 4. Maintaining records and reporting. And number 5. Organizing annual incentive camp every year coinciding with Global Money Week. Let us look at the first core activity, which is creating activities. This is further divided into 4 subcategories. These activities are academic activity, co-curricular activity, behavioral ethics, and financial values. So let us look into the details of the 4 subcategories of creating activities and how FinStars must be awarded to students. The first one is academic activity, which includes any assigned work or project, examination, taking home test, or other project determining academic credit. Every student will be awarded with 5 Niltram for the completion of the grade. To cite an example, if Dorji secures the first position in the class, he will be rewarded with 4 FinStars, which is equivalent to 40 Niltram. And as mentioned earlier, 1 FinStar carries a monetary value of 10 Niltram. To explain it further, as shown in the table, students who secure first position in the class will be awarded FinStars 4, which is equivalent to 40 Niltram. Likewise, students who secure second position in the class will be awarded FinStars 3, which is equivalent to 30 Niltram. For those students securing third position in the class, they will be awarded FinStars 2, which is equivalent to 20 Niltram. And for those who secures 4th till 10th position in the class, will be awarded FinStars 1, which is equivalent to 10 Niltram. To the subject toppers, 1 topper from each subject will be awarded FinStars 4, which is equivalent to 40 Niltram. For those national academic toppers, they will be awarded FinStars 5, which is equivalent to 50 Niltram. For grade completion, each student will be awarded with 5 Niltram. For academic task completion, both group or individual, they will be rewarded with maximum of Niltram 3 per instance. Lastly, academic class participation, both group and individual will be rewarded with maximum of Niltram 3 per instance. The second activity is co-curricular activities, which are those activities that will help to develop various facets of personality development of the students. For all-round development of the students, there is a need of emotional development, physical development, spiritual development, and moral development, which will be complemented and supplemented by co-curricular activities. As shown in the table, for participating in any of the general co-curricular activities, participants will be awarded with maximum of 3 Niltram per instance. For example, if Dachin gets first position in running a marathon and Dorji comes second, Dachin will be rewarded with FinStar 3 equivalent to 30 Niltram and Dorji with FinStar 2 equivalent to 20 Niltram. To make it more clear, for general participation in co-curricular activities such as sports, art, speeches, scouting, cleaning, cultural programs, and etc., a student can be awarded a maximum of 3 Niltram per instance. Students who secure first position in sports will be awarded FinStars 3, which is equivalent to 30 Niltram. Students who secure second position will be awarded FinStars 2, which is equivalent to 20 Niltram. and students who secure third position will be awarded FinStar 1, which is equivalent to 10 Neutrum. Now, students who secures first position in cultural competitions will be awarded FinStars 3, which is equivalent to 30 Neutrum. And students securing second position in the cultural competitions will be awarded FinStars 2, which is equivalent to 20 Neutrum. And those securing third position will be awarded FinStar 1, which is equivalent to 10 Neutrum. The Dzongkhag level students, they will be awarded with FinStar 3, which is equivalent to 30 Neutrum. And for Dzongkhag level participation, each participant will be rewarded with Neutrum 5 each. The regional level winner will be awarded with FinStar 4, which is equivalent to 40 Neutrum. And for regional level participation, each participant will be awarded FinStar 1, which is equivalent to 10 Neutrum. The national level winner will be awarded FinStar 5, which is equivalent to 50 Neutrum. And for national level participation, the participants will be rewarded with Neutrum 15 each. The international level winner will be awarded with FinStar 20, which is equivalent to 200 Neutrum. And for international level participation, each participant will be awarded FinStar 2, which is equivalent to 20 Neutrum. And lastly, for participating in any other co-curricular activities, the participants can be awarded a maximum of 10 Neutrum per instance. The third activity is behavioral ethics. Under this category, activities are generally voluntary, social, philanthropic, and student-led initiatives. Likewise, if Dechen participates in any of the behavioral ethics such as leadership, taking initiatives, showing willingness, being helpful or altruistic, or a role model, showcasing cleanliness, reading, volunteerism, or have a good code of conduct and Driklam Namsha and others, she will be awarded a maximum of 10 Neutrum per instance as shown in the table. The last and fourth subcategory of creating activity is financial values. This activity offers financial education to help students and communities build stronger financial futures. Thus, students will be rewarded with 10 Neutrum for opening bank account and getting insured as shown in the table. Students who have savings and mixed deposits will be rewarded with Neutrum 5. For participation in the Global Money Week celebration, students will be rewarded with Neutrum 5. For winning midterm group project, that is in business idea competition, students will be rewarded with FinStars 5, which is equivalent to 50 Neutrum. For participating in midterm group project, that is in business idea competition, the participants can be awarded a maximum of 10 Neutrum per instance. For participating in financial literacy, speeches, essays, crafting money boxes, stories, songs, game designs, quizzes, enterprising activities, and etc., the students will be rewarded with Neutrum 5. For being a member of Students' Business Sitting Club, the students will be rewarded with Neutrum 3. If a student does a part-time work during holidays and makes deposits, the students will be rewarded with FinStar 1, which is equivalent to 10 Neutrum. And if the students participates in any other financial activities recognized by schools or institutions, they will be awarded a maximum of 10 Neutrum per instance. Hence, the FinStars earned and accumulated are rewarded with real money, which is to be deposited into children's respective bank accounts annually. Now, let's look at the second core activity process, which is to encourage active participation. This activity primarily stresses on the importance of active participation of children in various activities which I mentioned earlier. Teachers should ensure inclusive participation and healthy competition. Also, the teachers are expected to give opportunities to those children with lower level of competencies or with children with special needs. The third core activity process highlights on recognizing children by the means of gifting FinStars bearing different star values. While doing so, teachers should ensure to be fair, transparent, proactive, and create a healthy competition while carrying out the YEBanking activities. The fourth activity requires the respective teachers to record and report to the focal person. Class teachers shall maintain records as per RR forms of the accumulated FinStars and ensure to update on children's My YEBanking Passbook or bank books in coordination with the partner banks. And the teachers also needs to inform the students on their monthly and yearly achievements. The fifth and the last activity, Annual Incentive Camp, briefly highlights on rewarding children based on the FinStars accumulated by them. The authority, in collaboration with relevant financial service providers, will organize an annual incentive camp during March, about 2 to 3 days every year, coinciding with Global Money Week. And a day of Global Money Week every year will be dedicated to YEBanking Annual Review Meeting. Thereafter, in addition to the Adaptive Pact Incentive, the authority will recognize National YEBanking Top 10 Stars, which are selected based on the FinStars earned from participating in the school activities, and YEBanking Best Performing School Award from across the YEBanking schools annually. In the next session, we will see how these FinStars earned are reported and recorded in line with the activities performed in the schools. Before I wind up my session, I would like to leave you with the following questions. Question number 1. What is the monetary value of one FinStar? Question number 2. What are the 5 core activity process of YEBanking? Question number 3. Can you list down subcategory of the creating activities? Now these are the questions for you to answer. Thank you and see you in the next session.
Hi, I'm Karmut Singh Finso. In the earlier session, we have talked about 5 core activities of YEBanking. We have also seen how the FinStars earned and accumulated are awarded with real money. So in this session, we will see how the FinStars accumulated are recorded and reported. Recording and reporting are an important steps on keeping up with individual performance of the students and the FinStars earned. It is also crucial for maintaining the YEBanking accounts. There are different forms to report individual performance of each student and to keep record of it to be benefited from YEBanking. There are 5 RR forms: Form A, Form B, Form C1, Form C2, and Form D. Class teachers will maintain records as per the RR Form C of accumulated FinStars. They will ensure to update children's YEBanking passbook or bank books in coordination with partner banks. The teacher will also inform the students on their monthly and yearly achievements. RR Form C1 and C2 are to be used by the class teachers and to be reported to the focal person at the school on a monthly basis. The very first form to be filled by the class teacher is the Form C2, which is categorized into 4 major activities, which are academic activities, co-curricular activities, behavioral ethics, and financial values. And each activity has its set of performance achievements. For instance, the performance achievement for academic activities are position holder in the class, subject topper, regional, national or international topper, general grade completion, academic group or individual task completion, academic group or individual task class participation. The students will receive FinStars upon the performance achievement, and then it will be converted into monetary values accordingly. Likewise, the other activities also have its set of performance achievements. After recording individual performance of each student in Form C2, the total FinStars obtained at the end of the month by each student in different activity is to be recorded in Form C1 by the class teachers. The class teacher must report the RR Form C1 and C2 to the focal person by 5th of every succeeding month. After the focal person have received Form C1 and C2 from the class teachers, the focal person will now file in the RR Form B. Form B is a monthly form to be used by the focal person to report to the authority on a monthly basis. The form is a compilation of records of each class of a particular school, and the focal person must report to RMA on 10th of every month. RR Form A is an annual form to be used by the focal person to report to the authority on an annual basis. Form A is similar to Form B, but it only reports on yearly basis. The focal person must report it to RMA latest by 25th December of every year. Finally, the RR Form D is a monthly or annual form to be used by the focal person at the authority. We are done with activities, FinStars, records, and reporting. However, there are some additional information to be noted on annual capping limit of FinStars, opening a bank account, and e-insurance service provided by financial service providers. Part 1. The annual capping limits. The annual capping limit of FinStars are limited to the number of students in a school. So, all schools are expected to perform activities within the specified annual capping limits of FinStars. Over and above the specified limits will not be supported by the authority. The FinStar achievement capping set for the schools is as shown in the table. If the school have 1000 plus students, the annual capping limit of FinStars is 6000 to 6500 FinStars. For 800 to 999 students, the capping limit is 5000 to 5999 FinStars. 500 to 799 students will receive 4000 to 4999 FinStars. For 300 to 499 students, it is 3000 to 3999 FinStars. 2000 to 2999 FinStars for 200 to 299 students. And the capping limit for 100 to 199 students is 1500 to 1999 FinStars. If the number of students is less than 100, the limit is up to 1500 FinStars. Please note that the YEBanking school should award the FinStars within the specified annual capping limit of FinStars in a tentative manner of academics, co-curricular activities, behavioral ethics, and financial values, but the weightage may differ from school to school. Let's say if school A is doing well in academics and now wants to stress more on co-curricular activities, the school may allocate 40% on academics and 20% on rest of the activities respectively. And if school B wants to give equal focus on both academics and financial values, the school may allocate 30% each on both the activities and allocate the rest 40% on the remaining activities accordingly. Therefore, it is up to the school management board to allocate and prioritize different weightages in various activities as per the need of school. However, at the end, schools should ensure that they do not exceed annual capping limit of FinStars. Part 2. Opening a bank account. The FinStars earned and accumulated are rewarded with real money annually, which is to be deposited into children's respective bank accounts. To do that, the child can either open a bank account or e-money account. The accounts can be opened with various banks of the children's choice. The teachers and the partner banks are encouraged to assist with the banking and other formalities. The child can continue maintaining the YEBanking passbooks and minors account until the age of 18. And upon becoming an adult, the normal savings account should be opened. YEBanking do not encourage the withdrawal of money. However, children may withdraw money during transfer, graduation, and in times of death or emergencies. Part 3. Insurance. Insurance companies has partnered with YEBanking schools to provide child-friendly products and services. One such product is insurance. So, what is insurance? Insurance is something that protects you financially against loss. People who buy insurance have to pay a premium and promise to be careful. YEBanking introduced this feature to create a unique opportunity for the youth to practically learn about money and its value and get them engaged at an early age. Currently, RICBL and BIL provide personal accident insurance for school students of the identified YEBanking schools and groups. As a special scheme under YEBanking, the sum insured has been fixed at 30,000 per student. Regular students have to pay a premium of just 61 every year, while it is 73 for students with disabilities. Most importantly, the students should renew the insurance every year. The insurance policy is designed to provide financial relief in the event of death or disablement or injury arising out of accident. And the policy applies 24 hours a day, not just at the school, but on holiday or at home or anywhere in the world. Upon occurrence of accident, death, or total permanent disability, the concerned teacher or the parent or the guardian will notify RMA immediately or within 15 days of the occurrence in the case of injury. The authority shall contact the concerned partner banks and insurance companies for the immediate formalities. However, the accident must be a fortuitous event caused by external, visible, violent means. The policy does not support loss, especially intentional self-injury, suicide, or attempted suicide. Likewise, accidents under the influence of alcohol and drugs are also not considered. Accidents or injury resulting from any breach of the law with criminal intent are also not permitted withdrawal. So, in case of death due to casual accidents, the sum assured is 100%, which equals to 30,000. Also, in case of permanent disablement due to accidents, the sum assured is 100% if the victim loses 2 limbs or 2 eyes. However, for the loss of 1 limb or an eye, the sum insured is 50%.
Hello everyone. Now today we will be discussing the responsibilities and guidelines for the partners involved in this YEBanking program. So, as I'm sure you all know, it is imperative that the stakeholders fulfill their responsibilities accordingly so that our children are equipped with the right knowledge and skills of financial management. Once again, I would like to mention that the YEBanking initiative is being spearheaded by the Royal Monetary Authority in close collaboration and partnership with the financial service providers and the Ministry of Education. Thus, because of this, the support and guidance to the children by the teachers and parents or their guardians is critical. Now let's go over some of the main guidelines and responsibilities for the key partners. So the guidelines for the authority are that the authority shall be responsible for all of the YEBanking related events at all schools, be responsible to organize an annual event of recognizing maximum awardees of earned FinStars, identify categories of awards including Teachers Recognition and Best Performance Initiative Awards, ensure to decide on the annual prizes, cash or in kind, and number of awardees, develop annual reports, facilitate exchange learning and peer reviews, be responsible to explore funds and enhance resources required to support the project, identify schools for future replication and conduct TOTs accordingly, develop and implement monitoring and evaluation tools, and any other responsibilities may be added by the authority from time to time. Then, the guidelines for the teachers are that the teachers are expected to be fair, transparent, and to create healthy competition while carrying out the ESP activities. Ensure learning takes place in a fun and interactive manner, give opportunities to those children with lower level of competencies and special needs, maintain records of students holding FinStars against achievements, and inform students on monthly achievements. All FinStars are to be returned the next day by the student. The teachers should ensure to take care of the FinStars and pass on to the next class teacher. Put up requisition for resources as and when exhausted. Submit reports on half-yearly basis. Create activities, organize events, and be actively involved in YEBanking forums. Contribute to annual reports, and any other responsibilities may be added by the authority from time to time. Then we have the guidelines for the financial service providers. The FSPs are encouraged to promote YEBanking in the following areas by recognizing the YEBanking passbook as a regular minors saving account in the regions where relevant. Assist YEBanking recipients with opening of bank accounts and bank books. Provide institution seals next to the account number in the passbook as a recognition for bank penetration for YEBanking project. All YEBanking records to be maintained separately for monitoring purposes. Banks can also use their own bank books with YEBanking seal. Conduct financial literacy sessions in the school while providing partner supports. When children make deposits, banks should ensure to receive it as a normal saving bank deposit and provide interest at the current applicable rates. However, special offering of interest rates and treating YEBanking as a separate scheme may also be encouraged. FSPs can also link to current child schemes, if any. YEBanking will reach out to rural schools and special needs. As an effort to sustain this project, ideas and committed partner contributions are also highly encouraged, and any other responsibilities may be added by the authority from time to time. Then we have the guidelines for the parents. The parents are encouraged to open bank accounts and e-money accounts for their children. Teach them how to budget. An allowance can be a great first step in showing your kids how to manage money. Parents may give money every month to the children. Gradually spreading out the timing will help children understand the need to manage their spending. Show them the value of saving. If there's a toy or a game that they have their eyes on, suggest they forego spending their allowance on ice cream or another immediate pleasure, and instead save for a few weeks to make the bigger purchase. Let children earn a little extra. You probably expect your kids to clean their room, help with the dishes, and do other daily chores. But consider offering the children the chance to make some extra money by helping organize the home, washing the clothes. Getting paid for extra work will help instill good habits and give children more control over saving and spending. Encourage philanthropic ideas. Even when your kids are very young, you can speak with them about your charitable gifts. Talk to them about organizations they might like to support, then earmark part of their allowance for donations to those causes. Create learning opportunities. If your children spend their entire allowance right away, resist requests for more money before their next allowance is due. Negative consequences can carry powerful lessons. If you talk with your kids about how to do better the next time around, they'll start making smarter choices. Can volunteer to teach skills to students so that they can sell their products during school fete days. Take opportunities to organize events with schools and provide their parents prospective ideas and support towards improving the next generation's financial literacy. So, with all of that said, how can you help us? A small contribution from you can make a great difference. Remember that YEBanking extends all the way to the remotest parts of the country. This even includes children with special needs. As such, supporters such as teachers, parents, NGOs, and other sponsoring organizations can help contribute to a child's savings in the following ways. Number 1, by gifting them FinStars. You can contribute directly to the child's saving account. Please do note that we request that if you do this, you do this to a majority of the students, so that you bring a smile to not just one, but to many of them. Parents are also encouraged to help children build their YEBanking savings account. Secondly, you can donate other than cash to the YEBanking community networks. Items such as school books, stationery, school bags, uniforms, shoes, socks, and other toiletries are always welcome. Number 3, you can invest in a child's creative efforts and ideas. Number 4, you can extend your voluntary services to us. During our YEBanking activities, you can show us your expertise, help us with housekeeping, do research, or even just write about us or any other voluntary services that you can think of. Now we have Ma'am Choki Dukpa, the principal of Jimmy Losal Primary School, to share her thoughts and experiences on the YEBanking initiative.
I'm Choki Dukpa, currently working at Jigmelosa Primary School. Today, I want to share to all the children, parents, and the community on how Jigmelosa Primary School came up with this small initiative, Piggy Bank program, initiated since 2014. It was started with the aim to help children learn, value, and practice the unique Buddhist ethics and moral values. We started with the award of 1 Niltam Note instead of awarding star as we normally do in the primary schools to help children learn better. The concept of using 1 dummy note was to instill the saving habits among our children because accumulating 1 dummy note indirectly helped them in developing appreciation to saving culture. The award of dummy notes became quite successful that we decided to dedicate the program to our Gelse to push forward. After a year or two, as suggested by Sring Yangchen, the award of dummy note was converted to a real note. This is how Jigmelosa Primary School is connected with the YEBanking program of RMA. Well, most of our Buddhist children or say parents do not have the saving culture, though we clearly understand its importance. We all must understand that we must save because we cannot predict the future. As we all know that COVID-19 came as a surprise, and we also witness how most of us are caught in between either having little or no saving at all. It has become a nightmare in such situation. No money means no strength. Therefore, I would like to plead everyone, especially the parents, to take up this small step and start helping children save money. For their saving is our future as well. And it's going to be the strength of our country. Thank you.
For general queries, you can contact us at the Financial Inclusion Secretariat, Governor's Office, Royal Monetary Authority, Thimphu, Bhutan. You can also just email us at rmabhutan@gmail.com. We also have a hotline 1255 and a landline +975 233 0521. YEBanking Bhutan is hosted at www.rma.fil.bt, for which you can find a link at www.rma.org.bt. Please remember that Finlit Bhutan and Royal Monetary Authority Facebook pages are there, and we'd love for you to follow them as well. Thank you and have a great day.